followed by Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall. Chief Durgis will make a prepared statement. After Chief Durgis' statement is over with, Attorney General Marshall will also offer a few comments. Once that is completed, both gentlemen will return to the podium and you guys will have an opportunity to ask questions. With that, I will turn it over to Chief Durgis.
Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon. Earlier today, Hoover Police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lenise Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I can tell you that I will be contacting our state legislatures on behalf of law enforcement in Montgomery and asking them to look at this law applied to these facts and urge them to add an enhancement to current legislation when somebody falsely reports kidnapping or another violent crime. Because of the attention this case has garnered, we've requested Attorney General Steve Marshall's office adopt this case, and they've agreed to do so. The Hoover Police Department wants to thank everyone that assisted us from the beginning and continues to assist us in this case as we work its way through the criminal justice system. Joining me at the podium today is State of Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall.
Thank you, Chief. Let me begin by commending Hoover Police Department Chief Durgis for his leadership in this investigation. Obviously, this captured many's attention as a result of not only the allegations themselves, but also the concern about a possible victim and being able to return her home. The work that was done by the Hoover Police Department was monumental in its lift, and the results of that work you are seeing come to fruition today with the charges that have been levied. I also want to commend the many other men and women of both state and federal law enforcement for their work collaboratively with the Hoover Police Department in assisting in this investigation. Chief, appreciate the opportunity to be able to partner with you in this prosecution. We will dedicate a team to be able to help the city of Hoover in handling these 2 individual charges and look forward to bringing this case to fruition. One thing I would add is that we don't see this as a victimless crime. There are significant hours spent, resources expended as a result of this investigation. And not only that, but the many men and women who are civilians that wore those yellow vests on a hot afternoon and evening looking for someone they thought was abducted, trying to be of assistance. We intend to fully prosecute this case and look forward to working with the Hoover Police Department moving forward. We also would tell you that we will continue to monitor this investigation to determine whether or not there are any additional charges that need to be brought, and we'll evaluate those as the facts are presented.
Okay, thank you.
All right, at this time, we'll open the floor to questions. If you'll please raise your hand and identify yourself and your affiliation when I call on you.
Yeah, David Lamb, CBS 42. This question for Mr. Attorney General. What is it about this case that made it rise to the level to where it was a case that you wanted to take on? And be involved in?
We handle cases across the state. We have jurisdiction throughout for both misdemeanors and felonies. And when Chief Sturgis asked for our assistance, we were more than happy to be able to assist.
Is it common for you all to be involved in misdemeanors like a case like this?
It's not uncommon.
Right here.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610, 100.1 FM, Summit Media. Chief, this question is for you.
Yes.
What time was Carlee arrested today with her attorney, and has she made bail?
She has. She was processed in our facility within the past hour.
Do you expect any charges to be forthcoming with her parents, or is this just all on Carlee at this point?
At this point, and again, I think anything is, all as the Attorney General said, their team will also be searching through our files, and we'll find out what they say.
Carol.
Carol Robinson with AL.com. Have you, since we spoke last in the press conference, been able to retrace where she was during the 49 hours she was missing, and have you determined if she was with anyone else during that time?
We have not found anything out on either one of your two questions.
Right here.
Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 News. Has there been any decision
White
about
supremacy
any
and racism for
hospitals
sure. Don't
against
forget
Carlee
Jim
and/or
Crow,
her
y'all.
family? Also, what impact would this have on Hoover Police Department filing a suit, have on the criminal case as well?
Yeah, we have not discussed that. Of course, we talked about the hours of overtime and all the significant resources that we used. And we'll certainly be talking to the Attorney General's office about possibly getting some of those funds returned to us.
Ooh, child. What's done is done. What's done in the dark, it comes to the light. Hey there, besties. Who knew this was going to happen on the days that I choose to go live in the daytime? This is what happens. Shout out to the Lord, because what else could it be? Shout out to y'all for being here. Look at what's going on. Carlee has been arrested, brought up on some charges, child. Now, listen, we don't want this woman to go to jail forever, okay? But accountability is key. Somebody said that earlier, period, point blank. You can't just be out here half-cocked, willy-nilly, doing whatever it is that you want, then go home, have a birthday party, and ain't nothing supposed to happen to you. I don't care what the sisters say, okay? The problem with them is the fact that it's not right, it's not fair. She got mental health issues. Oh my God. How could you do this to her? How could you do this to her? Let's see what Tamika got to say about this. Let's see what Dr. Umar is going to say about this. Okay. Any of the other pros, see what they going to say about this. This is not right. This is a travesty. This is beyond justice. This is overkill. All she did was lie, like somebody in the comments be talking about. It's not like she kidnapped or murdered anyone. She kidnapped herself. So yes, twice. Okay. So yes, it does matter. And yes, she does need to be held accountable. And yes, she does need to pay some of them resources back, just like the gremlins that are out here gremlinizing. They need to be held accountable too. And if that means jail, then that's what it is. If that means fines, then that's what it means. But we can't have people just out here doing whatever and then no one gets held accountable. I'm sick of this I don't even know, thought process that no one needs to be held accountable anymore. Where the F are we living right now that everyone and anyone can do whatever the hell they want, regardless of who they hurt or whose time that they've wasted, and that we should just forget about it just because they're them? F y'all, okay? No, stop doing this crazy mess. And guess what? Here's the thing. If she really needs some damn help, somebody better get her some help now. Is mama and daddy gonna get her some help now? Or they just gonna be out here talking about, oh, what's done is done? Because having a birthday party when you out over there in hiding probably ain't the best way to make it seem like she really got some mental health issues. That don't seem like mental health issues to me. That sounds like you supporting what this foolishness that she's doing. Shout out to WFLA also for being on it, okay? And shout out to also, before I read your super chat, hold on a second, because this was brought to my attention. I'm coming on here to do something completely different, y'all, okay? So I need to go ahead and shout out Rashid I think he's in the chat for sending me a Cash App and let me know that this is what was going on, because I was preparing for a completely different live stream, which we still gonna do. Okay, no charges for the parents. Okay, I don't even know if that's necessary. Okay, so hopefully, we'll see what's next. Because like I said, when she was kidnapped, I don't think they knew, quote unquote, kidnapped. I don't think that they knew. They were about their kid. But after they found out, assuming she told them the truth, let's not forget that part. We are assuming that she told them the truth about what happened. So they could have been working off of the lies. Like, we going to act like that she couldn't have been lying to them even more than what she did to begin with. That's always an option too. But I don't know how you hear that story and be like, oh, okay. But then again, we got Tamika Mallory just letting it fly, and Dr. Umar talking about they're using white babies. They're using white babies to trap Black women on an interstate where anybody could have stopped. Okay. So anyway, so shout out to Hoover, Alabama Police Department for doing the damn thing. Shout out to the Kurtzis, I think his name is, who's out here in his Sunday best every time he come out. All right. I know Luke Hazley said it's y'all versus the suit, but I think he's got some nice suits on. Shout out to him. Okay. At least he does look like he going to work. Unlike some people, I ain't going to say nothing. Shout out to D Scott in the building. Thank you so much for the support, hon. Thank you all for being here. Please hit the like button, everyone. He says, hashtag free car. Hashtag I am Jermaine. No, we are not freeing Carlee, okay? I'm not saying she gotta go to jail. How long did Jill say go to jail, y'all? I think it was like 4 days. Then he started acting half damn crazy, even though he was already half damn crazy, okay? But she going to trial. She going to trial. Shout out to Mark Cooper with the AOK sign. Thank you so much, hon. Appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. And shout out to Canada. My girl Mishu, she says, free the wig, free the wig. Child, I had to change the daggone thumbnail real quick to let y'all know what was going on. I'm all over the place. Thank you so much. Yes, free the wig. Let's go ahead and take a little look at some of the openings since I didn't get to do the music. Apologies. First, let's go ahead and make sure I say good afternoon, TGIF to Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Okay. And of course, we got to shout out the beautiful Ashanti. Shout out to both of them. They staying out of trouble. They not getting arrested. They ain't talking about babies on the side of the road. Ashanti's wigs is not all over the place. They doing good. All right. So shout out to them. Let's go here, of course, because I know y'all want it. Carlee gonna be singing that song, child. She gonna be looking for something to help that ass out. Oh, she'll be fine. All right, she'll be fine. All right. Period. Okay. Shout out to RBN in the building. Thank you so much for the support, hon. Appreciate you. He said she gonna learn today. Okay, absolutely. Hashtag I believe all Black women alleged. Disproportionately affected. Okay, I didn't forget, y'all. I didn't forget. Shout out to RBN in the building. Everybody that is in here, thank you so much. So I don't think there's going to be anything new going on there till the mugshot come out. When the mugshot come out, you know I'm going to go ahead and post it. So we're going to go ahead on with the planned show. But shout out for the breaking news and shout out to y'all for being here. I appreciate that.